Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports. I'm your host, Robert. NASCAR Xfinity Series, Desert Diamond Casino's West Valley 200. From Phoenix International Raceway, we have a 200 mile, 200 lap, 3 stages, 45, 45, and 110 for the championship. For the last 5 years, the winner of the race was the champion. The last 2 champions have won 6 races on the season. Now, if you look at our current champions, Austin Cindric has 5 wins. AJ Allmendinger has 5 wins. So, like I said, the last 2 years, the winner of the race won the championship, and that was their 6th win of the season. So we have the 4, we all know, Noah Gragson with 3 wins on the year. Darlington, Richmond, and Martinsville. Now, some say that Phoenix is kind of like a New Hampshire, Nashville, and a reverse Richmond because it's flat and it has that dog leg. Austin Cindric with 5 wins. Daytona, road course, Phoenix, Dover, Pocono, Indianapolis road course. I'm sorry, Daytona Speedway. That was the 300. The following week, Ty Gibbs won. Daniel Hemrick has never won a race in NASCAR, period. Then A.J. Allmendinger, his 5 wins came on Las Vegas, Mid-Ohio, Michigan, Bristol, and then in Charlotte Roval. JR Motorsports, they've won 3 titles. Austin Cindric Penske, they've won 2 titles. Joe Gibbs has won 2 titles. Colic Racing with A.J. Allmendinger has won no titles. A.J. Allmendinger is the oldest of the group. He's 37. Daniel Hemrick is 30. Austin Cindric and Noah Gragson are both 23. As A.J. Allmendinger said in an interview this week, I heard him on Dave Moody's Speedway on XM Satellite Radio. Win or lose, when he wakes up the next day, nothing changes in his life. Like he went on to say about that. It's not 5, 6, 7 years ago where what's the next big step in his life? He's content. He's had that kind of ups and downs, that roller coaster career. As we all know, several years ago now, he failed a drug test. I think it was methamphetamine, if I remember correctly, or something like that. He went to drug rehab, was out of NASCAR, was able to get some part-time rides here and there. Colic Racing took a shot with him. He's given Colic Racing their first ever NASCAR Cup Series win this year at the Indianapolis road course. He's given Colic Racing 5 wins and a possibility of their first ever championship in the Xfinity Series. I'm definitely rooting for him. I'm rooting for all 4 of them. I don't have a preference. It's like the truck race tonight. I just get done watching the truck race. Ben Rhodes, our 2021 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series champion. I was rooting for John Hunter Nemechek, but it's like, it didn't. Ben Rhodes, he's a veteran. He's 24 years old. He's a 6-year veteran. Go figure that one out. But it's like in Matt Crafton, he's 38, 39 years old. So it's like, I didn't hate even Zane Smith. I didn't hate anyone in it. It wasn't like I was rooting against someone. I wanted Nemechek. I was fine with Ben Rhodes. I think he's going to make a great champion. Same way with these 4, Noah Gragson in 2022 is returning to JR Motorsports. Austin Cindric is moving up the Cup Series in the famous number 2 Penske Racing Ford. Daniel Hemrick is moving to Colic Racing, driving the number 11, replacing Justin Haley. A.J. Allmendinger is returning to Colic Racing in 16. Now, in the last 3 Xfinity races at Phoenix, Austin Cindric has averaged 3.3 with 1 win. A.J. Allmendinger 8.0 in 1 race. Jeb Burton 6.0 in 1 race. Harrison Burton 6.7. Justin Allgaier 8.6. Brandon Jones 12.3. Noah Gragson 16. And Daniel Hemrick 26. Now, like I said, these flat tracks, these 750 package tracks, or in the Cup Series, the 750 package tracks, Phoenix, Nashville, New Hampshire, and then, I guess they say Richmond's kind of similar because of the banking and stuff. Of those races last year and this year, Justin Allgaier's averaged a 5.0 finish with 1 win. Harrison Burton 7.5. Jeb Burton 8.5. Austin Cindric 9.4. with 2 wins. Justin Haley 9.7, AJ Allmendinger 10, Noah Gragson 11.2 with 1 win, and Daniel Hemrick 16.6. I can make a case for any of these 4 drivers to win the championship. I can make a case for any of these 4 in different scenarios that would be really cool. We have John Hunter Nemechek driving the 54 car. As we know, that 54 Joe Gibbs car has won 11 races this year. 5 with Kyle Busch, 4 with Ty Gibbs, 1 with John Hunter Nemechek, and 1 with Christopher Bell. They are going for the Owners' Championship. I could see a scenario where John Hunter Nemechek in that 54 car wins. Daniel Hemrick finishes a record of second place record 11 times. His 11th second place finish in his career. To win a championship with no wins. Never to win a race and win the championship. There's a scenario out there where that's possible. I could see AJ Allmendinger going out, and as we see his 5 wins, again, the last 2 champions have both won 6 races. Austin Cindric, AJ Allmendinger both with 5. Now, the thing about Austin Cindric, he went to Phoenix in the spring. The thing about AJ Allmendinger is he's won on different tracks. 1.5 miles at Las Vegas, the road course of Mid-Ohio and Charlotte Roval, the 2-mile track at Michigan, and then Bristol. Oh, we all remember the Bristol race. We all remember how Austin Cindric, just let it all hang out, ended up spinning out AJ Allmendinger to win, and AJ Allmendinger across the start-finish line sideways to win Bristol, and then crashed him and Justin Haley's car onto the accident. So, normally I do 3 picks for the race. It's kind of hard to do 3 picks here and say, I was right, because that's how I normally do my 3 picks. One of those wins, I'm right. I'm going to pick the champions, so it's like, or the championship 4. So it's kind of like, I'm going to be right no matter what. So here's what I'm going to do. When it comes to my season numbers, I can't count this because the champion wins the race all the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm writing down how I think the championship 4 will go. 1, 2, 3, 4 in championship 4. I think it's going to be AJ Allmendinger wins the championship. I think it's going to be followed by Austin Cindric, Noah Gragson, and Daniel Hemrick. The reason I feel that way is it'll give AJ Allmendinger the dinger, his 6th win of the year. I think he's won on such diverse tracks. I think he is grown up is not the right word, but he's changed his racing style over the last few years. I think it's going to mean more than it would have 5, 6, 7 years ago. I think the way we've seen this at a few races this year where he'll get down on himself. Something happened with the car, he'll get down on himself, and Chris Rice will jump on the radio and not give him a pep talk, but give him more of that, it's almost like putting your arm around him and say, hey, dude, this is what you got to do. Let's dig in. Let's do this, this, and this. And then this gets back where we need to be at. And it's worked. I'd love to see Austin Cindric, the story of that. He agreed to come back for 1 more year, knowing at the end of last year he signed to drive the 21 Wood Brothers in 2022. He knew this was his last year in Xfinity Xfinity Series. Go out with back-to-back championships. That would have been really cool. Tyler Reddick is the last one to do that. But it's like the whole AJ Allmendinger story. It's like that would be just so much, just an amazing story to go from as low as he was at one point in his career to the high of winning the championship for Kaulig Racing. And then next year, Kaulig is moving full-time in the Cup Series, and then AJ is going to race part-time once again for Kaulig Racing in the Cup Series and racing full-time in the Xfinity Series. If Daniel Hemrick could somehow pull it off and finish second and John Hunter win a title that way, that would be amazing too. But I think it's going to come down to AJ Allmendinger, Austin Cindric, Noah Gragson, Daniel Hemrick. That's going to be the way the points will end in 2021. Now, like I've said before, starting Thursday. Friday will be 100 next Friday, which is the 12th. That'll mark the 100-day mark until the 2022 Daytona 500. I'm going to do a countdown series going through the card numbers, starting from 100 all the way down to 0. The best of that card number as the day countdown. I'm also going to do a champion profile series of all the champions in the NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR Xfinity Series, and NASCAR Truck Series, along with a few other champions as well. And during the champion profile series, there will also be some topics. So there's going to be, for the better part, 2 videos a day for that 100 days right here on Robert Sports Show, all dedicated to NASCAR. Now, during those same weeks, I will still be doing the NFL videos, the NCAA college football videos, and then the CFL videos, along with any pro wrestling that I so choose. As you know, I do some reviews and previews of pro wrestling and some topic videos as well. So, in the next 100 days, starting next Friday, you will see a lot of content here on Robert Sports Show. Please, if you've never subscribed to my channel, subscribe to it. Follow me on Twitter at Rob Sports Show. Watch the videos. Tell your friends about it. Tell your NASCAR friends, hey, check these out. This is what's going on. And I've wanted to do these videos for a number of years now, but now with next year being in the Cup Series, the next gen car, it's kind of the recap of the first 74 years of NASCAR and getting it to where the new car kind of, boom, this is where we're at. For the Cup Series, started way back in 1949. So 2021 is the 73rd year for the Cup Series. So yeah, kind of recapping all 73 years and some of the greats that came across the series. It's going to be fun. The Xfinity Series, this is the 40th season for the Xfinity Series, which started in 1982, which is amazing. It's been around so long. Before that, it was the Grand Nationals. I think it was something else before that as well. And then the Truck Series, this is the 27th season for the Truck Series. All right, as always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.